So when I saw him do what he did in the pulpit, for me, it was real. For some of you, you say it ain't real, and that it was a ploy to get sympathy of the masses, because this has went all the way to CNN, CBS This Morning, TMZ. Everybody's talking about what happened in the pulpit. Now, let me say this. If I would entertain the thought that this is contrived and that was all a joke to get sympathy, it would make sense to do that 24 hours before you file a lawsuit against the person that just notified you 3-4 days ago that they were going to file a lawsuit against you. I don't know what the letter said, but I knew about it. And I knew that this had to really hit Bishop Jakes and really cause some kind of, anguish of some type and kind, because this was something he heard about before. He's heard about for years. It's been discussed for decades. They've had these conversations back and forth going on around in that community about this. So to us, it may seem new, but it's really not to them. To Duane, to, I think he said Tim Anderson, Richard Youngblood, some other people that was mentioned in part two, and to Bishop T.D. Jakes and probably his family. So yesterday, him being overwhelmed. Earlier, you see in the video, his wife was praying for him and edging him on, which is pretty norm. But we sort of saw in that it was as if, at least I did, it was as if there was something that they knew that they were against, and he was having to preach through. And now we know what it is. Just hours ago, Bishop T.D. Jakes has filed a lawsuit against Duane Youngblood for defamation. Now, I'm no lawyer, but I think because Bishop T.D. Jakes has actually beat Duane Youngblood to the punch, now Duane Youngblood cannot file against him. He'll have to fight within the confines of being the defendant as opposed to Duane being the plaintiff. Bishop T.D. Jakes and T.D. Jakes Ministries is now the plaintiff, and Duane Youngblood is the defendant. I think a few things about this, about the actual complaint and lawsuit that's filed. I think it's brilliantly done because it basically is painting a horrendous picture about Duane Youngblood being a criminal, almost painting him to be a lifelong criminal, and he just wants to blame Bishop Jakes by telling and creating these lies. So I think that's pretty brilliant. Brilliant in a sly, tricky, cunning type of way. I think that is absolutely brilliant. That's exactly what I would have done if I was dumb enough to file a lawsuit against Duane Youngblood. And I am saying dumb enough because this just opens up some things that, in my opinion, don't need to be discussed, don't need to be shared surrounding Bishop Jakes' name. This stuff online, on YouTube, I think a lot of times with church leaders, you make it more than what it really is because it's difficult to have people talking about you. I got it. But when you then take the person that is talking about you to court, if they are lying, great. Absolutely, that's great. Shut them up, stop the melee. But if they are not lying, or if they have circumstantial evidence, or if they have other people that are willing to tell the same lie on you, if it's a lie. This just ain't smart. I wouldn't have done this. I think this was not smart at all to do. Larry Reid,